For 6 centuries, the business of Oxford has been a world of learning, a place where town was very much ruled by gown.
The heart of Oxford is made up of some 40 colleges. Tourists from all over the world come to admire the ancient buildings and to enjoy the peace and quiet of the college gardens.
Hello, I'm Zachary Silber.
And I'm Daniel Lippman.
This is the story of a city facing monumental change.
As the 21st century begins, Oxford is being reformed. This is the Oxford Castle project. The Castle Mount, 1,000 years old, is now a construction site. This was Oxford's original fortress. It was also a much feared prison where many faced their death.
You're probably the only American tourist that ever been up here.
Oh, really? Oh.
Because this was a prison, so it was never open to the public.
Once again, big change is coming to this quiet university town.
It's the biggest in the southeast, besides, say, Docklands in London.
Westgate, a major shopping centre built in the 1960s, is going to be torn down.
Here now this library's going, and this big building in front of here called County Hall is going as well.
And the ancient prison with its gallows and iron cells will become, of all things,
There's going to be a big 4-star hotel there, and lots of restaurants and some bars, and most importantly a new heritage project and education centre.
the covered market was founded in the 18th century, an early version of the modern supermarket, one-stop shopping, a farmer's market under a roof.
People used to sell their goods in the street, and of course it cluttered up the streets so much that the authorities decided that they needed to take them off the street.
Today, the covered market is under pressure from Sainsbury's, one of Britain's biggest supermarket chains.
How many customers do you think they have a week? What do you think roughly they would have?
I don't know.
Have a guess.
300.
Pardon?
300.
300. How many do you think actually walk through my door in a week?
1,600.
Pardon?
1,600? Oh, in a week?
In a week.
10,000.
Pardon? No.
3,000.
No. 23,000 customers come through my door a week.
But inside the covered market, they're not afraid of the modern supermarket.
We find we've got a large clientele here because of the quality of the products. We make our own pies, we cook our own cooked meats, and people come back time and time again for that quality.
For certain, Sainsbury's is doing a great business. At the covered market, there are fewer and fewer butchers and fish merchants, but there are more and more other kinds of shops, and they feel sure they'll be around for another century.
Three British prime ministers were educated here, not to mention a recent American president and his daughter.
Stay here for any time at all, and you will catch that there is a special quality about the place. History, hanging in the air. Look around, the golden Cotswold stones, the immaculate green lawns, the gardens. New College has 2 entrances. In the round quad, the gate itself was here 200 years before Columbus sailed to America. Beneath the old city wall with its battlements and towers, a reminder that there was a time when town resented gown and fought many battles here.
Above all, Oxford is about knowledge, about learning. It is a privileged place. Luke Lawrence never dreamed he would be studying for a doctorate here at Oxford, and he quickly discovered how different it was from other universities.
I think it's a great deal more relaxed here. I think more emphasis is placed upon the student to carry out their own research, their own reading.
Astonishing to discover how small Oxford University is. New College is one of the largest with 400 undergrads, half of them women today, and 200 graduate students. Some colleges have less than 150 students, and for every successful applicant, there are many hundreds who don't make the cut.
Compared to American universities, Oxford still is very restricted in its numbers.
Once accepted, the professors require students to read about 25 books on his or her topic every month, and then write a 2,000-word essay.
Merciless. They've been extremely tough. I've been very lucky to work under very leaders of the field in their respective subjects. Unfortunately, it means they're very demanding, but at the end of the day, I'm the better off for it.
Even in the age of internet research, books are indispensable.
Blackwell's has been supplying academic books for more than a century.
Blackwell's is 125 years old this year. It started in 1879.
Today, Blackwell's has plenty of competition. One way to keep ahead is by serving coffee.
With online competition, you've got to look at the shop in terms of what you can offer over and above an online bookselling concession. And those things are, comfy chairs, stock range, and coffee shops. People enjoy having a cup of coffee and browsing books.
But not every bookseller can offer such amenities to its customers. Charlie Umsworth, former manager of Umsworth's Booksellers, was recently forced to close his doors.
The market rent makes a price that it's not worth us paying. It's not just us affected, it probably will be all the shops on the street over the next few years. And at first we would have thought, or we would prefer to think in a way, that they're just being greedy and asking too much. We realise there's no shortage of people who would be willing to take on the shop. It doesn't work for a second-hand bookshop.
If Blackwell's represents the old traditions, Borders, an American book chain, has brought the wind of change. Senator Hillary Clinton was here recently signing her autobiography, and Bill Clinton has been a regular customer.
New College has its own library.
The college library is basically a service that's provided by the college to provide books for all the undergraduate courses. So we work from book lists that the students give us, that we get off the internet from the department websites, and we basically buy all the books. Well, we try to buy all the main texts that are suggested for the students that they should be using, and any supplementary texts that might be also useful to the students.
At Oxford, there are no classes to attend. Students are taught by tutors, 1 or 2 at a time. Classrooms scarcely exist. Many students only meet the rest of the class only when they graduate. In the 21st century, Oxford is proud to keep its traditional ways.
For Oxford Media, I'm Zachary Silver.
And I'm Daniel Lemon. Thanks for watching.